right, last season the Kaimuki Bulldogs were a game over 500 and a game away from the OIA Division II championship game for 2017. Energy a little bit higher, optimism as well here for the Bulldogs as they try to get to Aloha Stadium in October and November. David Tautofi's the head coach. How's the summer been so far?
It's been good. It's been exciting. It's been getting better from the first 2 years, and seeing the number of kids coming out, it's always a plus. But we always have a lot to work on, and having more numbers during the summer allows us to work on a lot of those things that we need to work on. So this has been the best summer that we've had yet.
Tough loss against Wailua last year to would have put you in the title game. Does that loss have any effect on how your guys prepared this season?
Every loss has an effect, and it's not so much so that it was Wailua, but more so the mistakes that we made and just the little things that affect the whole outcome of our game. So, that game will always be something that I hope the kids will always remember. That taste.
What's fun about Division II is that the parity is as high as really any year that we've seen in the OIA with the likes of Pro City and Wailua. What do you think about this Division II this season?
I always think that the Division II is competitive. It's it really comes down to what happens at the end. You don't know who's going to rise and who's not going to rise, and I think just from looking in the past 5 to 10 years, usually there's 1 or 2 teams, and now there's a little bit more. There's 3, 4 teams that are pretty competitive. But the OIA still has a lot to work towards because we didn't have too much of a good showing last year in the state tournament. So, all we can do as a team is really worry about what we can do day by day.
It's interesting because when I talk to the other Division II teams, they look at Kaimuki and say, hey, that's a team that we could see play in the stadium in October, all because of the beef on both sides of the line. These offensive line and defensive line is really going to be something we're going to be looking out for. What do you look for in a perfect lineman? What do you try to get out of these guys?
First of all, a coachable lineman. And a lineman that's determined, that has a lot of heart. It's rare to come across, especially in the Division II, to come across more than one lineman that has everything that it takes to be a potential powerful lineman in the state. But even with that, just really it comes down to having a lineman that's willing to go the extra mile and coachable.
Have they met the expectations so far, these guys this summer?
None of these guys have met any expectations. But you know what? I don't want them to have even to set their standards any lower than it used to be. The expectations are always going to be out of the roof, with myself and our coaching staff. But we just focus on trying to keep their focus, at the very next practice and one game at a time.
Offensive side of the ball, Jordan Solomon's back. What are your expectations for him?
My expectations of him is to be a lot sharper. He's definitely had his time up in the mainland, going to several different camps. He's also gotten some time to play with some of the Farrington boys at the tournaments up in Vegas. So he's definitely a lot more comfortable. He's starting to fit in the shoes that he that kind of like stunned him a little last year as a sophomore coming in, literally weeks before the season started, and his family being in Vegas. But we're really looking forward to a lot of big things from him.
When I talk with your players, I get the sense that it's a really family-oriented atmosphere. And it's not just with the personnel on the team, it's with your coaching staff as well. What's it like coaching with your 2 brothers on the sidelines?
It's a comedy. It's a comedy act. If we had a camera crew following us, you guys would laugh. I think it'd be like perfect for reality TV type of thing. I probably get on my brothers more than any of the other coaching staff, especially my brother Daniel, who's our defensive coordinator. I'm a defensive guy, and man, he gets all the ripping, And when he's on the headset and I'm on the headset during the game, it's just funny. And when we're arguing, then my brother Daryl steps in, and then I'm like cheering my brother out, But in the end, like we always know that we're family, and none of that gets in the way of like what's the purpose of this program.
You excited for the season?
I am. I'm always excited for the season, and looking forward to just representing the OIA the best we can and representing the school and the community as best we can.
Should be fun. We'll see the Kaimuki Bulldogs all throughout 2017 on Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast. Coach, you're the best. Thanks.
Thanks.